Who the fuck are these just random gags? They're gonna be like that anyway.
Alright.
3,
2, 1. Alright. It's the Wild Looking Now podcast. Brought to you by Precision Detailing. Owned and operated by Justin Coball. You can find them at Precision Detailing LLC on Facebook.
I'm telling you, we gotta make up a song for him.
I know we do. The episode,
we should
this
just do,
episode
like,
is
fucking-
The Prodigy and Company. This is something new, but it's going to be a little fun. We're going to have a little bit of fun with this. We can kind of do mock ones of these. So that's what we're going to do. So.
Practice doing like some smooth jazz beatboxing intro or like something. So
I've been trying to get people to make me beats. One guy wanted like $300 for me.
This is bad.
Yeah, but
Pretty good. We got the drum set.
Huh?
We got the drum set.
No, we're not actually.
yeah, we
doing
can actually do your
that.
drums.
I'm saying like we're using the beatboxing thing, so that way we don't have to have a drum set over here and then go.
No,
hey, we're back.
Okay, no, but you
Yeah.
record it.
Oh no.
I'll record it, and then you can do like funny intro songs.
But everybody already
Great.
has that, Wyatt. Everybody already has the actual drum set with the what you call it.
Yeah,
We're
right,
doing
do
it with
something
the
new.
an actual real one every time that we're live when we're doing it. It could be different.
Oh, make it. Oh, you want to do your own?
Yeah, different
That'd
one
be pretty fun.
every time you started another one.
And but so how we have to do it is everybody has to have like you be like the bass, you be like the.
Right,
every
I
time
drum
you
it, I
do-
was sad, I do bass.
Yeah, like everybody does something. That's everybody some dumb or some
good
good
shit.
different. And then every time you're like, okay, last time we started, you did it slow. This time you gotta do it really faster. You know, and
Yeah.
now make it like.
Dude, I'm down.
And then somebody else
Switch to
comes
a
in, and
rap
I'm just
beat.
like, and I'm like, and I'm, you know, we're just like killing it, and then all of a sudden, you know, somebody's like, you know, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, look at me now,
It
podcast.
doesn't have to be jazz.
And every time it could be like everybody's like somebody else could pick it up, you know, the last
That'd
like,
be perfect.
wow,
Perfect.
look at me now.
And then if you ever do get famous and have somebody like introducing, and then he can come in doing his thing.
Introducing Wyatt.
No, somebody
I
famous.
was
Like,
oh,
yeah, it's never gonna be famous.
If I do, it's gonna be. I was gonna say, and if I do, it's gonna be because we're doing this shit. So.
Hey, we're on our way.
Dude, we need to do podcasts like that fucking Nerdwar guy. Have you ever seen him?
Who's that? No.
Dude, he's like one of the best, pretty much interviewers in the world. I guess they consider every like artist considers him like one of the best ones because he like knows things about them. There's got to be some way he like calls their parents or calls their school or something like that because he goes back and he's like, "What do you know about fucking Princess Liquor?" And they're like, "What? What do you know about that? That's where I used to skateboard when I was like 10 to 12 with Little Biggie and whatever." He's like, what do you know about them? And obviously, if they take 2 seconds, they'd be like, "Oh, well, my mom knows all of that information because all he'd have to do is call my mom," and she'd say, "Well, he used to hang out with Little Biggie and what's called down at Litz's Ace's Liquor, so he skateboarded down there from at least 10 to 12. I got him a skateboard, brand new." And then he'd know everything about it, but at the moment during that interview, they're just so like, "What the fuck? Like, you were at, where did you find out those things?" Like,
how
it's a really good, and then he ends up giving them presents every time, but they're presents that like, every one of them is like, "What? You gotta be kidding me. Nobody knows that I know that Billy Idol is my," they're like all rap people, and it's like, he gives them like a Billy Idol album, and they're like, "How did you know he was my shit?" And like, and he's like, "You're what you call it, you're Fab Five. Everybody needs to know. Or everybody wants to know," or something like that, and he's just he just knows who to talk to and know everything about him, that they're just blown away every single time. They're like, "Oh my god."
Yeah,
These guys are...
He's really good at digging deep into their past.
Yeah,
and
it's not
their
just
background.
regular, everyday questions.
Awesome. Alright, so let's do introductions real quick. So, obviously, the one talking, Evan.
Wyatt is the one that's not going to get famous.
Yeah. Evan's sitting over here with the camo. The golf hat is Wyatt. So, just some buddies of mine that you know, we used to live together, and now we're trying to do this fun podcast where we just kind of bring up some topics and talk about some fun stuff and a little more humorous, I think. But I don't know if you guys just heard that crash, but
It's weird.
I'm sure one of my neighbors just broke something. Or
There was
Okay.
some stuff going on when I was
going on there. But I was gonna say what's even more weird is me and Ryan didn't know about it. But he was best friends with my cousin a long time ago.
Yeah.
And then we ended up moving in with each other way later on down the
Yeah, I
line.
was really good friends. Yep, yeah.
Yep.
That was crazy. Yeah, that was fine. And we found that out one day just driving back from work today, or for one day when we were working.
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird.
Mm-hmm. That's nuts. But anyway.
It's a small world, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well,
All right, so where did you hear about this guy that you were talking about? What's his name again? Sorry.
Nardwar.
Nardwar?
Yeah, he's Danish
Oh,
told me about him because he knew everything about him, and I was like, dude. I looked up some stuff, and it's pretty much he has like 10-minute compilation after compilation of Nardwar blowing away rappers and blowing away artists and blowing away people that he's interviewed all the time. Like, and he has like Tech Nine on there. He's got Mac Miller before he died. Like he's got Lil Wayne. He's got a bunch of people. He's a really really good interviewer. So everybody wants to almost be interviewed by him because you get asked questions that you just aren't regular normal interviewer questions where it's actually interesting, and he brings back stuff half the time that people don't even remember that haven't thought about for years, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then B, he gives you presents about like say it's your first album or something when you were 12 that you put out in wherever, and he brings it, he finds that stuff and he brings it back and he gets it for you. Like there was something that Snoop Dogg was looking for. He was looking for it specifically, and Nardwar came and gave it to him. He's like, "Oh my God, dude! I've been seriously looking for this." It's his first movie that he ever directed and made ever. So, and it was like just a cassette tape or something like that. And it was a long time ago, apparently. But he had been looking for it for how long? He's like, "Dude, where did you even find this, man? Like, I personally have been looking for this to try to get it myself, and I can't find it. And you found it, like." He's like, "You're Snoop Dogg. Everybody needs to know you." I just stop and go like, "Shut up, dude!" Like we say that every time I see.
Is this the guy, Nardwar?
Oh yeah, he looks like Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah.
That's him.
Yep, he's from Canada. Yep.
That's him, huh?
Yep. He's like
Nardwar.
and he talks like that too. Well, what do you think? Did you used to hang out down and skateboard at the beach or whatever? And fucking, oh my God.
Yeah, this one's Snoop, Cardi B.
Cardi B, yeah, like. I would never watch an interview with that lady, no offense, because I can't understand anything that she's saying every time, and half of her noises are like not even human noises, they're just animal noises.
Right? Yeah, she does do a lot of animals.
So what did you eat for breakfast yesterday? Oh, I went downstairs, and I made it down. Like, what?
That's a perfect Cardi B impression.
Like, you did that? That's what you had for breakfast, huh?
Oh, fuck.
That was good.
For real.
How would you I just don't understand what information you would get out of that. Okay.
Right.
Well, and the little bit of information you got out of that amount of time, you're like, damn it.
Like, do I write it down? That's going to make people even more confused. How do I write?
You seen the Jimmy Fallon episode with her?
What?
You seen the Jimmy Fallon episode with her where they like ask her like?
Yeah. He's like.
Well, then she's like, well,
laughing all the time.
It's this, and then she's like, well, "Rip" is something else. Like, bitch has the same noise. Like,
it's the same noise, one's longer. Okay.
Yeah.
Were you from Star Wars? It's like Lord.
Ewok?
Yeah, you an Ewok, or are you somehow related to the little thing that makes beep noises all the time?
R2D2.
R2D2, that guy, yeah. I don't watch Star Wars,
No,
man.
it's
I'm
Could be
sorry.
the old Police Academy dudes, like unwanted one.
It could be a peacock.
Boston.
But,
The black dude from Police Academy.
Oh, yeah. We gotta make some noises with his face.
No funny.
Yeah.
No funny.
Yeah, that makes all those noises with his face.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of weird.
So, Abby, but you and Aaron finally took my advice and made a fucking YouTube pages.
Well,
I don't know if it was necessarily my advice, but you guys.
But it was
Just
dumb
what it is.
because there's some kind of stupid copyright law thing on every song that you want to put on there that's good.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, you gotta be.
Well, they just
Careful with it.
take parts of your money or all of your money or whatever it is for the.
Is that what they say?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Every time you upload it with a song,
I
that's
don't
what they
make
say?
anything off of my stuff
Yeah,
right
no,
now,
no.
so screw them. Take all the money you want. You can take $0 out of my $0.
Yeah, once you make 1,000 views or fucking
Yeah.
100,000
Then I'll take songs
views or
out and I'll be
something
like, well, you know, since you guys were assholes, no, you don't get any money. Could have just not sent me anything at all, and then
Exactly.
totally fine.
Have they sent you anything about that?
Yeah, they sent you emails. They send you emails and stuff. The songs I was so cold by whatever.
Really?
Yeah, and they say you can't do it. This isn't a
I've
counter
never had that
violation
yet.
or anything. You're totally good to go, pretty much. But
If you start making
make
money,
this is the deal.
They're gonna-
Like
they're
since you
gonna
put it on, yeah, this is the deal.
that's awesome. They're telling people that shit.
Mhm.
Because now you can make money off YouTube. Fucking.
You can just anything.
That's what I'm
And they'll
saying.
actually-
One of the topics on here is let's make money doing this. It's just like, what can we make money doing this? Like, doing this, we can make money. It's like,
Yeah.
what is the next thing? Like, podcast, fucking Fortnite, why it's doing politics,
I'm
or
hoping
like,
that
or
we're
politics.
I'm hoping we're
Sure.
the Fortnite thing. That'd be kind of cool. Like some
Dude,
dude,
honestly, dude,
some dude that
Funny part is
Not
that video was
Fortnite.
from like 2 days ago. 2 days
What's
before that. I'd made that video like 2 days before that.
before you
Obviously.
put it out.
Yeah, before I put it out. It was at like, it was still like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, but that's normal for our house.
Right.
Like, that's the sad part is that was just the middle of the day for me because I woke up at 3, like everybody else does.
Right. So, Evan, you want to make Fortnite into something
into something.
more of something you can make a bunch of money or something. Like,
Well, I
your
mean-
sponsors do something like that.
Well, we're gonna try to. Like, it's just videos of us, you know, playing. But the thing is like, I don't know. One dude today said, like, he has like 4,000 subscribers and shit like that. And
Yep.
a whole bunch of however many people. He came in and he commented on a couple of our videos.
That's
So
the
like, maybe,
He commented on your video on YouTube.
yeah, out of the 12 or 15 that are actually Fortnite.
Right.
That we have, not the dirt bike ones that Aaron put on there and arguing ones or whatever. The actual Fortnite ones, he commented on those and said, nice
he-
kill and
He,
whatever,
he was a Fortnite guy then.
good job or something like that. Yeah, I think so, yeah, and he had a whole bunch of stuff. Aaron looked them up, or
So,
maybe, I don't know, maybe he didn't, but
fucking Windows girl.
you might have to look them up. But I'm thinking, like, who knows, you know, it maybe only takes a couple people like that to come in and look at your shit and like your stuff. And then everybody that follows them is like, oh, dude, he's following this guy. He just followed this guy. I'm going to follow that guy because their favorite guy says, just followed Trumpalotopus and then, or subscribe to Trumpalotopus, and then they're going to be like, oh my god, you know. So,
He always plays the Fierce Frodo. Fierce Frodo's
Right.
on there.
one, he wrote on his thing, I played with Fierce Frodo, Ghost Snipes, with Snippiz or whatever, and
And you put that on yours as well.
I'd kind of get rid of mine probably, just so we have one and we can both put a bunch of videos on one, so that way we're both two people working on putting videos out at the same time as opposed to two separate entities trying to put as many videos as they can on two different YouTubes.
Yeah.
Be way more, you know, to combine them and have twice the amount of videos on one YouTube, so that way,
You guys are always gonna do. Are you guys gonna put out any single videos or just all duos? Just
well, it's everything in there. It's
Well, it's just
all clips
yeah, it's
that
just
I've
compilations.
ever collected on my Xbox that I've saved or whatever it is. But the thing is now that I'm going through them, they're almost gone. Like, I have like maybe 50 left on my Xbox. I've made maybe 10 over the
yeah,
last
you gotta
couple
make a bunch
days.
of new ones.
I gotta start playing more to clip more.
So now what you gotta do is you gotta start making like little clips, and then start like sharing it out on like social media shit. And
Well,
then when you show it out on social media, be like, if you like this, check out my YouTube channel. And there's a bunch of other people who start coming to your YouTube channel and
Yeah.
start checking that out. Or if you get a Twitch stream, start doing check out my Twitch stream. You can watch me play live, do this funny,
That's true.
And
too,
then
yeah.
like that one where you like, or I was Aaron, where you like, where he hit you, whatever, you flew fucking forever, and it was just like
Yeah.
a funny video.
Yeah.
If you want to watch more fucking shit, just watch me on Twitch stream at this time, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then you send it out to fucking YouTube, whatever it is. You send it out on Twitch, you send it out on your Facebook,
Yeah.
send it to all your friends, have all your friends, like Brandon and all of them share it on their fucking Facebook if you're anybody,
Mhm.
And, well, I'm trying to figure out how you can share it to, like, all your friends, like how you can, like, upload a little video like that to all your friends on your, like, friends list on Xbox, and then just, like, share it or, like, send it to all of them, and so all of them can be like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'll watch that guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or how you can share it out so more people can see
I might be able
who
to
watch
with the
that
app on the
Xbox.
phone.
I was gonna say
Maybe with the app
phone
on the
app,
phone.
you might be able to do that.
But I don't
easier.
know. I don't think we could with straight on Xbox because there's
Actually, just
Even
made
on,
that up.
even on
but
keyboard,
I think I actually just made that up, but I think that'd be a good idea to somehow advertise it.
well, you can go to
Xbox.
I was gonna say-
Xbox.com or Microsoft.com or whatever it is and like look at all the just like you can I think on Xbox or that app or whatever it is. I think you can go there and you can get into a bunch more stuff on there with just your clips and just your stuff like that with Xbox than you can on your darn Xbox. So I'm not mistaken. Like there's a
Even,
bunch of
even
stuff
with the keyboard,
because I mean you
there's
can
more stuff on the internet. Now.
yeah you can do everything. I mean, like you can join chat and talk to somebody on Xbox Live through your phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because Brandy used to do that, didn't he?
Yeah, that's. I mean, so it's like it's pretty much it does just as everything that an Xbox does, and like I said, if not more, because your phone is just so much easier to like maneuver and figure out how to do it as opposed to like, trying to figure out what your thumbsticks on your Xbox.
Have you Twitch streamed yet?
Stuff. What?
Have you Twitch streamed yet?
Not like recently, but I
But
have.
do you have a Twitch stream?
Yeah.
Do you where does I'm trying to think Mixer, isn't that where
That's where
Jake does his
stuff,
Mixer?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't he have like
It's like 300
Yeah, quite a bit.
something like that most of the time.
Yeah,
you gotta get on that dude to start stealing his
Well,
fucking
I mean,
subscribers, because a lot of people that watch his shit would watch your guys as well. And he has that many.
that's
on
true, but he
Mixer.
plays a lot more different games than we do. He
Yes.
plays like
But he
Sea of
plays Fortnite and
Thieves.
shit too, doesn't he?
He does, but he plays like Sea of Thieves.
And that's what I was gonna
so-
get. That's kind of get back into what I was saying earlier. Is like even though you want like Fortnite to be the game, Fortnite might not be that game. You
I
know,
know.
it could be something that you play down the road that comes out to be super popular.
Oh, I wanted Days Gone to be that game, but I can't because that's for PlayStation 4.
Ooh,
It's only for PlayStation 4, so we can't play that new game. That's it.
that sucks.
Yeah, I know. I'm super irritated about
That kind of
it.
hurts my feelings.
Yeah, because I really wanted to play that game, and then found that out.
Does Aaron have a PlayStation 4?
Yeah, but
Even now.
Aaron is in
Yeah.
heaven.
Right.
I can't.
Yeah. So how? Yeah.
Maybe
So you
Yeah,
both just have a link to the account then for your YouTube, and you guys
Yeah,
both just
well,
upload it now.
he just gave me his.
Because he does shorter,
He does
shorter videos and you do longer videos, don't you?
Yeah, but like he was telling me, I probably should cut them down. When you type in Fortnite videos, it's usually about 10 minutes. 10 minutes, 20 seconds, 10 minutes, 15, 10 minutes, something like
Honestly,
that.
man, a lot of people.
2 songs.
It's hard for anybody to like focus for anything for like 45 seconds. You know, like 4 minutes is like a really long video, but if they're really good clips, you can get like like a 10 to 30 second clip, and then like 2 or 3 of those in an actual video, and then
Right.
like, oh, should I watch that? Or just like a bunch of little short shit.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like hard for people to like watch a whole video where you're like running around like doing shit. Like, oh, what the fuck is he? I want to go to the next video. You know?
Oh,
They
yeah.
want to see action and shit like right away, and then you can go do a little longer one and then do a bunch of acting.
Well, another thing is
But I watched
just
some of
made those
yours,
two,
and yours are like kind of kicking ass already. And like, you guys all have a lot of videos that you save of just cool shit, so you already got
Yeah.
a good idea of how to do it.
Right.
Well, a lot of glitches too.
Yeah, shit.
I've got some
where-
crazy. I'm getting
That
shot
one
at.
is fucking
Can't see
stupid.
nobody. Like,
Dude, that
there's
one
nobody
out-
there, and I'm just getting fucked.
running out in the open, like running, and then all of a sudden I'm stuck
pull you
back
back
behind in the storm.
Yep, I remember
behind
that.
some
That was way back in
blocks.
the
I'm
day.
like, dude, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, I had some dumb shit happen.
How-
I think the best one is when I'm getting shot at by the plane and can't see a
Straight up
goddamn thing.
invisible.
And Evan's looking at the plane going, shoot the fuckers! I can't! I
Right.
can't see
I
anything!
can see him in my mind
Right.
looking back, but
Yep, and then as soon as I'm dead, oh, yep, they pop up.
yeah, that's so sad. But that's Fortnite. They put new stuff in all the time.
Yeah, it always has to have a little bit of a problem, then it has to catch back up.
Yeah, then they fix whatever the problems are.
What
and you got a
what
good
season
couple
is it on
days
right now?
9.
9?
Yeah, they're on season 9
What,
now.
what season are the last 7? 6?
That was a while ago.
I was like for a while.
Been bouncing back and forth to watching their Supernatural against.
Yeah, you guys talking about Supernatural earlier, that's right.
Yeah, so anyway.
How's that going? How was
We
Supernatural?
better not talk about
I
that.
was
'cause
gonna
Yeah,
say,
you
it's,
got here
you
for
have
hours.
to put
it's
spoiler
the brand
alert.
new stuff, so I
Yeah,
can't.
it's
Well,
the
it's
anybody
the
that's not like a nerd.
Yeah.
Netflix binged it all already.
Probably like my sister and my mom, they would definitely not be happy if they ended up watching this.
Watching this and hearing you guys.
Heard you say something, yeah, because
They probably
want to watch it and they haven't started watching it. So
Alright, so next. Jelly Roll. You guys listen to Jelly Roll a little bit, right?
Mhm.
He's coming to town.
yeah, you
Yeah, I'm excited. I think I told you that shit. I actually hit him up and tried to get him on my podcast. I haven't heard anything back yet, but that was just 2 days ago. But dude, he's always on Facebook and always like making videos and shit on Facebook Live. So I hope I hope he sees it. But the fucking cool thing is, I don't know if I told you
have
this part. What's up?
Notifications for when he goes live.
On Facebook?
Yeah. Dude, just
No,
get in
I
there and
should.
be when he's,
Yeah,
when
so
he's
you start
live.
throwing shit in like
Be
on the
like, dude,
comments.
this is Ryan. I sent you an email. I know it sounds like a super needy thing to do, but I know you're coming to Wichita, and I'm starting up this. It's a small time podcast, but it'd be super grateful, and I think you probably have to say something like "Thank God" because he's all like God and stuff like that. I mean, we are, but not as much as him. I feel like.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's just-
I just put him C
nobody
first.
really goes to church.
Edit notifications. So.
I don't know because then when he goes live, you could actually say something that he might actually read and be like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, because he
There's
just
the
wrote
guy.
on here earlier.
He just what?
He was just on here earlier.
You just should see that ass from this angle, girl. I just want to come into it like this.
Okay. I don't know if that would be the appropriate time to ask
Yeah, that's not the one. Yeah.
to do a podcast.
We're getting ready for the kid's birthday party.
And what are they doing?
Getting ready for the kid's birthday party.
Okay, maybe it is an appropriate time to ask. I guess whatever.
He's fucking hilarious, dude. I love that dude so much.
Well, I mean,
fucking
it'd be
listen to
cool.
it. I listen to the
Yeah,
shit
also.
every day, bro.
Like I said,
No, he's coming to
call
town.
his parents.
Yeah,
and do what Nardwar does. And figure out everything there is to know about
Unfortunately,
him.
his dad actually passed away. His one of
Parent?
his newest songs that came out,
Oh,
and his mom's got really bad, I think it's dementia, Alzheimer's, so too.
Okay, call it school.
Yeah, I gotta call it his phone.
Oh, let me get it burned down. You have to do it. My Christ. No? Oh, okay. Not for sure.
Oh man, I almost spit coffee all over my podcast quit, you fuck.
Just almost spit coffee all over your journal.
Oh shit, yeah. It's a goddamn chinchilla, bro.
Don't do that. Oh, yeah.
That fucking thing works so good, though,
The
man.
same thing. There's one just from North America and one's from North.
Oh, dude, that's right.
Just too good.
What are we at here? We're at 22 fucking seconds, dude. Yeah, no, we know.
22 seconds?
We're 22.
Oh my god!
That was
This is going slower
fast are we
now.
talking?
22
Holy
is what
shit.
it's at.
It's like, hey man.
Alright,
I figured it was flash time.
22 something.
22 millennials. We're at 22
So
millennials.
right away when I sent Jelly Roll that message, probably like 5 minutes later or something, Bubba Sparks, I don't know if you guys know who it is, but he, like his official fucking Instagram, started following my podcast right away.
You started what?
Following my my podcast page. I followed Jelly Roll and then I sent him that message, and Bubba Sparks followed me right away. So I started following him back, so I was like, damn man, if I don't hear back from Jelly Roll in a while, I'm gonna hit fucking Bubba Sparks. I'd love to get Jelly Roll, but instead of Bubba Sparks, dude, because Bubba Sparks had a huge following, and I showed her a video that had what did it say, 5 million views or some shit on the video, or 7.5 million views. Yeah, that was that one. Booty, booty, booty.
Yeah.
That one. That 7.5 million views or some shit. I was like, dude, I can definitely,
Well, he does stuff with the guy from Rehab. He does stuff with Luda.
He does all kinds of shit.
Find somebody that's alive from his hometown.
Bubba Sparks
His parents. Or his family members or somebody else and do the same thing, because I'm telling you, I think you
just steal that guy's niche.
Dude, just steal it. Except for you're not like Weird Al though, because he's literally like,
It's just
I look
being
like a Joe
interview.
Rogan wannabe kind of.
yeah,
I needed bald and-
dude, you could fake act. do you like what Sam and Dean do on what you call it on? This guy's like super badass.
Come in like an agent.
You want to do an interview with
I'll
me?
shoot their pat down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring
I
bring
like
like
this
three,
interview.
bring like 3 or 4 people with you
I'm
every
totally
time. They
weird.
just stand
Entourage.
behind you.
I'm totally ripped. We're gonna give you an ocular pat down.
Dude, and we'll buy those badass fucking eye things for you. So that way you've got like green, like super blue eyes. You can be like, I'm also.
Dude, the crazy.
I'm also a. Wait, what?
I'm also a lizard
You can
person.
say whatever the fuck you want to say. I'm also a werewolf.
Werewolf.
And then yeah,
Fuck.
like he's nuts.
This is getting off the fucking rails.
No, I think it'd be really cool to have those eyes. them contact lens with like snake eyes or something. You get freak the hell out of people just walking down the street with that shit. Dude, dude, you just see that guy?
Dude, we got YouTube channels. Why not make videos of us doing that shit? Just videotape us, just fucking one of us down the street.
The thing is,
Some dude just fucking like at the basketball court. You'd be like, yo, I want to play basketball.
yeah.
What the fuck?
If you could like turn them on, turn them off, that'd be the best part. Because then you could be like, "What'd you say?" And then they'd be like, "Whoa!" And then you can be like, "Huh? What are you looking at?" And then when you flip and go back, your eyes would be back to normal again. You'd be like, "Whoa! Your eyes just go crazy on me?
Yeah,
What? You go crazy eyes? Did you go crazy on me?
What's he crazy?
What's he crazy on? Oh, crazy eyes on me."
Oh,
Come on! He's like,
this
shit's hilarious, dude.
fucking kill me. Fucking Adam Sandler. Fucking that.
Oh yeah, that guy. Whoever that. It's like Bernie Mac.
Witherspoon.
Or no? Who is that guy?
Something Witherspoon's the last time. He's the guy. He was Craig's dad in Friday.
Yeah, that guy exactly.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's good. That's good. It's probably one of my all-time favorite movies, probably. But then again, nothing will ever trump Forrest Gump, just so everybody knows out there.
Nothing will Trump.
Or ever Trump Forrest Gump.
Nothing?
I don't think so. Not in my eyes. It's so like he's I don't know, like he's an infant his whole life. But somehow it works. He's so innocent, and somehow it just works out for him to be a fucking superhero in the end, where he literally is a multi-billionaire, and like some dude with no legs fucking takes care of his money.
Does he think it's AIDS or some shit?
No, his girlfriend does.
And then she died.
Bastard. Doesn't he get AIDS or something? Why would you even think
I don't know,
that he would get
fucking-
AIDS? He
Why
likes
is that the
no,
part
he
that
like-
you bring up in the movie?
He like
Isn't that what his wife?
the only part is, and I can't remember originally in the original one.
I can remember.
Do they actually like do everything extra with him with the kid at the end of it, where he like is alone with the kid and he's like talking to him for a while and stuff? Because if I remember,
I feel like they
ended
ended
that
him
on.
sitting.
This
No,
ended
it's-
with him
With him like
sitting,
sitting down there like
No.
watching that TV
Dude, I
with him.
swear there's an add-on part though where they like added on to the end of it, and
Are you talking about
Later?
when it's him and the kid at her grave down at
Maybe.
the old house? Because I remember that was part of the original.
but no, it's like
Right.
him talking and like I don't know, it's like at the house.
Because the kid like says
Or
something
at the-
and
or
he's
no,
like, "Come on, daddy," or something, right?
Well, there's a
Is
lot.
that-
There's
is
a
that
lot.
the-
There's a
that's
lot
part
that he
he's
says.
talking
There's
about?
there's like a whole bunch added on, but I can't remember when I originally watched it. If it ends,
I just remember her being like,
I
"Is
just-
he?"
maybe it's
Is
the
he-
whole thing.
Oh,
And she's like, "Smart, yeah." And he like goes and sits down next to him. It's just like that's all I remember. Just them watching TV. I don't really remember
Is he-
anything after that.
Yeah, when he's like
He's
he's like
like,
breathing,
is
he's
he-
like gulping heavy.
Is he?
Is he
Yeah.
smart or is he like me or whatever it is? It's like,
She's
my
like,
God,
He's a
fucking
genius.
2 pound spitball in there. You gotta fucking swallow before I ask that question.
Oh, fucking it. He was worried. He's worried he's getting picked on.
Oh well, I'm sure he would. No, smartest in his class. his name's Forrest. Hey, that's the same. And then he like realizes it. It's named after his daddy. He's just jaw dropping,
Oh,
jaw
shit.
dropping moment for him.
So we're gonna go see Jelly Roll. You guys want to come with?
Go see him.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Interview him or see him?
No, we're gonna go watch him in concert either way. I'm gonna try to hit him up and see if I can.
Maybe we'll have to see what.
See what we're going to see Doug Stanhope Wednesday. This Wednesday.
Who?
Doug Stanhope. He doesn't know this. He's a stand-up comedian.
Oh, he's a comedian. Okay.
Yeah.
I know the name, but
Yeah.
I just
This is a dirty comedy.
Where's that at?
Somewhere in the city.
Damn. We'll see. We'll see. Probably maybe the comedian guy, but I don't think I would do it.
Oh no, he's sold out. He's sold out. We barely got
Jelly Roll, I
tickets
guess,
for
but
that
that is.
dude, we should
guy.
start.
Jelly Roll, we're gonna go see Jelly Roll for sure. What else
Shit,
were we gonna do? We were gonna see something else.
If I go to Jelly Roll, I don't think it
I know,
would
we were
drink. I
just-
think it would just smoke a whole bunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be it.
For Jelly Roll, yeah. Yeah, because I'd drive back. I didn't really like drinking.
Exactly. I never really like drinking it either. It's not safe. It's like one of the most unsafe things.
Up there is pretty, Hennepin fucking.
I was gonna say up there is sketchy.
I wonder.
It's just busy, I get lost, and I don't like it.
Right. I wonder how much it is for a cheap hotel over there, though. It would be nice to just be able
Fuck, maybe we get all this going on
back
hotel?
out of,
Dude,
to drive back out of there that night as opposed to
What do you
in the morning.
$70.
She's down.
I sleep on the floor. All you gotta do is ask for extra blankets. And
Do you think of cots?
I'd
was
really
gonna
never
say,
ask for those.
too
I just
hot
ask
for
for
them
extra
cots.
blankets 'cause you
Yeah,
can
when
lay
we get a
down
blanket,
on the
she gets
ground
cold.
and then a blanket. What?
I just think when we get a blanket, she gets cold.
Oh, she'd be like, can we get 5 blankets? She gets really cold.
She's really, really cold. Like she's extra, extra
Yeah.
cold.
For some reason, her family was doomsday preppers their entire lives. So she's always covered up.
Like we were talking about
blankets.
earlier.
Just in case.
Yeah, she was talking about earlier, like she was born in Africa. It's like 120. Is there 60
Right.
degrees? So,
You know, if it's
she's-
50 degrees here,
She needs a couple
Yeah.
100 blankets.
exactly, you need 5 times.
Born on
the
a
amount.
145-degree day.
Here, pour some of that in here.
She's born every year.
Jesus Christ, that's the. Yeah, no, I can look up tickets too. It's not. I think it's when I looked up, it was like $40 or something for a ticket, so it wasn't too bad.
That's not terrible. Not terrible at all.
Especially for a fucking jelly roll. Like you said, we can get a hotel up there somewhere too. I mean, we can get a hotel like somewhere like on the way back too, not even actually downtown St. Paul or whatever. We can just get our car and get the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Drive back somewhere. Grab food, grab a hotel.
That I'm down.
Very
Because
legit.
food would be good up there too. Find somewhere that we could walk to. That'd be like most of us probably.
Legit.
Just go somewhere that you know.
We
Usually
go-
that's how you find
there's
good
a
food
lot.
is you go somewhere you've just never even heard of or that doesn't
Right.
make sense.
Right.
Frenta Wars.
Yeah, I gotta talk. I fucking forgot to talk to you.
Let's go there.
I gotta talk to Coach Dan tomorrow about paranormal class.
Try that one.
Yeah, that one sounds different.
The only bad part is you get into some of those restaurants.
You're like, take off your shoes.
Well, beyond that, all of a sudden you get
Here's
the
your
menu and you're
toothbrush.
like, ooh,
Toothbrush?
$35 appetizer, time to go.
Yeah, we're good now.
Even $1 for the waters.
It's like different things, not dollar symbols. It's in like,
Yeah, it's
like
it's got like Euro
it's like
marks.
Fahrenheit or something. Like,
Yeah,
the hell?
What was that? Oh, those are bitcoins. We only have Bitcoin.
Get out the shoe!
You don't have Bitcoin.
They toss,
You don't have Apple
Get down on
they
me.
toss your shoes out at you.
No crypto coin. Yeah. Cryptocurrency or nothing. Get out, you piece of waste. Okay.
Where's the meat? This is a vegan restaurant, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
just,
riot.
yeah, just get the fuck out
Or
of
it could
it.
be something really weird. Where's your bark? This is a homeless restaurant. You're supposed to bring barking, you dipshit. You didn't get to eat here if you don't even know the rules. Get out of here.
So I've been thinking about making t-shirts lately.
Oh, t-shirts.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm not gonna
one-
give out any of my designs or anything yet, so nobody steals them, but
I don't know why
I
you
got
haven't
something
made
made
this
up.
save the.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
don't they
the
say
caribou.
Save the African
the
caribou.
caribou?
That one
I
was
still,
neat.
honestly, I still don't say don't.
That's golden, dude. You can
It's
do
just
anything.
The guy that I have coming out, like making them, to do those ones like that, where they're like, we'd have to come up with an actual design. Like we'd have to sit down.
Dude, it's easy.
Oh, dude,
You put
I think
this,
I could.
the background of the country or
'Cause you
state
guys
or whatever it
decided.
is, and then you put in silhouetted with black the, basic silhouette of whatever animal it is. You could do the Alaskan meerkat. Save the Alaskan meerkat, and then you put Alaska up there, and you put a picture of a meerkat standing up out of his hole, or whatever it is, and it doesn't make sense.
So we need. I'm just trying to think. So you need like Africa.
No, well, yeah,
Yes.
for that
And
one,
then
for
a caribou.
for the caribou, because he
Do like the
said
front
that
caribou
one.
mount.
So it'd be like. So it'd be like
the head of a
Africa,
caribou
and then
mounted
we would
on
do.
Africa.
Oh, that's how you want it, or like a
That's what I was
shadow
thinking.
of like a caribou over it.
And then
You could do that. I think it,
Because like you said, like a silhouette, like the shadow of like,
Yeah.
like so it's Africa, then like in between, like so it's like
a
going
caribou
in,
jumping across.
Yeah, fucking
yeah,
Africa.
you gotta make it
You gotta make multiple
beautiful.
shirts.
You gotta make it like what do they call it?
Well,
It's
the thing
in the
is,
wild. It's beautiful. It's
Oh,
great.
in its
It's,
prime,
well, no, but like when it's in the wild, it's like great. Whatever the hell it is, never mind.
natural setting.
Yeah, but it's so beautiful in the wild. It's got a
what the fuck does a caribou look like,
picturesque,
bro?
good one actually.
I'm just thinking.
You would use big words, yeah. You would use big words,
But I
but
don't. I think I have to buy the caribou.
and then on somewhere on your shirt, you need to put specifically what
Oh damn it!
episode that
What?
shirt links to, so that way when they go, why does somebody think that there's
Oh no, I don't
African
think.
caribou?
Oh, I guess I could put that. I could put that
Then
episode
it
back on.
says,
I haven't put that
episode number 1. Danny.
That's that one's uploaded still, right? So once we start
Yeah.
uploading these ones, that'll be on there.
One, and when you introduce the shirt, and Danny's here, and he's like, we don't even have that. You can be like, well, check this out, and then you can go back and clip that little bit where he's like, caribou are in Africa, ain't they? And then he'll be like, oh shit, you took that little part.
You did
And you'll be
that.
like, that's why we made, wow, the safe.
Oh, dude, I'm trying to make it right now. I think I can totally do it too.
right now.
Yeah,
While we're doing a
totally.
podcast.
I
Well,
totally
that's
could do it.
disrespectful.
I don't
but
mean
whatever.
to. Yeah, no, I think I can totally do it.
No,
No, I was just looking to see if I could do it.
No, just go do it. Just do your own thing.
I was trying to see if I could get this silhouette. It's just more of a deer than the
Oh,
character
you're
that
trying to
I've
put
seen.
together just the thing?
Yeah, just the shirt.
I drew it for you.
I know, I was trying to make the actual one to make a shirt.
The perfect example was here. Where did you put it?
Oh, it's gone. That's what the.
It was on this thing.
Oh,
No, but here, hang on.
it's on your phone. He has the video.
Oh yeah, the video's in there.
Yeah, so I'll have to redraw that beautiful fucking drawing again, but I mean,
Yeah, this beautiful fucking drawing.
I don't know if I'll be able
Yeah,
to
let me fucking.
quite capture the essence. Oh, you're right.
Was that the word you're looking
No,
for?
it's close, but it's not that one.
Fucking. Dude, I am horrible as shit.
I'm still looking for it. Like I said,
No, I have it, but it is. Oh, I pressed the wrong
No,
button.
we're talking about the word. But
That's the fucking.
what is it?
I was trying to get fucking do it bigger. That's the
Dude,
challenge.
it's literally beautiful. It's perfect.
I mean, that's
Like, how-
what I'm saying.
Why would you want a shirt that's any different than that?
I mean,
Because it
that's
still has
the
to be
one.
funny. It can't be like taken seriously or like. This guy
African caribou.
really think that. Yeah.
You could do
Because you could do a whole clothing line of shit like that if people.
And the thing is though, we would have to do it one color. So, well, it's cheaper, at least with the guy I'm working with right now, just to do one color. So, like, if we could do, like, the whole thing, like, Africa and the writing all, like, yellow, and then just the caribou black, like, we could do it all, like, you know what I mean?
well, just
And
do
so
it on a
then,
black
then
shirt.
you could do, like,
and cut out
so it's all, like, one, to have it just like that.
It's just a cutout of a caribou on there, and then
In the middle of Africa,
save the
yeah.
African caribou.
Yeah, and so it'd just be all be yellow, and then have them do it like that. That way it's all one, and then you can print it out, like, with gray and fucking blue, or blue and green,
I agree.
and just...
I mean, you're gonna have your hits, and that one's a hit.
Oh yeah, that one's
Now,
a win.
I think
no matter
that
what.
we should
Let's
draw
get it for
all
sure.
of them, because then every shirt
And
that
so
we
what we
have
could do is we could take
is
those...
us. It ain't like somebody's out there taking images off the computer,
Right.
putting it on there. You draw your thing, we'll all draw whichever ones we want to do, and then we'll put them on shirts. You can even take orders. People will be like,
That's what I mean,
I want a Pamela Anderson one, where she's wrestling an alligator. And then you could draw it like that.
Like you draw that, you said, but like
We
this.
send him a shirt that's got Pamela Anderson wrestling an alligator, like all
The
retarded
fucked up
shit like
shit
that.
is it's so fucked up because we're gonna send them a shirt with a shirt drawn on in black marker with the fucking design drawn on in between the marker. Like you asked for that design. Like design is the T-shirt with the.
Like, you know.
Oh god! They're like, I thought I was getting the design on the T-shirt, not a T-shirt drawn on a T-shirt. Like, well,
You gotta
life.
Yeah.
You gotta look at the wording.
It's a fine print.
Specifically said.
Oh shit!
I want
This design.
Yeah. Either which way.
That is
You
too
could
good.
just do a shirt with that too, and I think they love that just as much.
That kind of goes into the next thing, like logos and icons. And so I was thinking about for different things. It's easier to get for like the caribou thing. Like we could figure out what we wanted our icon to be for the caribou. Like we said, like the Africa, and then the silhouette cut out perfect. That's already a perfect icon. And we
I
just
think
make
so.
that over and over and over. So then if we come up with different concepts and ideas as we're kind of going along with this, we can make up different ideas like that. But we kind of make them simple-ish, but to where you can still do different colors, different ideas. You know,
Oh,
do it
yeah.
for like girl shirts, guy shirts, whatever, hats and shit. Like, I'll show you guys the design I have for another T-shirt. I'll show you. I'm not gonna tell or show the camera.
Did you draw it?
Actually, Johanna drew it and came up with it. So this is the logo. and it's gonna be for like girls, little girls, little kids. Like I have a little girl in my class that it's gonna be perfect for, and like I already have like the quote for it, or like the what was it, the slogan or whatever for it. You know, it kind of goes
Quote
with
and
it.
slogan and saying.
Yeah, and it's, I think it's gonna be pretty good. And it's gonna hit. So I don't want to give it away because people will fucking
You can't
oh,
say it,
that's
and then she'll be like expecting it.
yeah, or somebody will see it and steal it, and that's a great. Because honestly, like when she it's 100% Johanna's idea, so she's gonna get like 100% of the fucking donations for whatever it gets. But yeah, once she came up with it, I was like, dude, that's $1 million fucking idea. Right there. Like that's fucking. If little girls or fucking girls do jiu-jitsu, they're gonna fucking love that. 'Cause every fucking girl loves a fucking dog. You know what I mean? So it's like it's perfect.
Yeah.
It goes with it. It's fine. It's fine. They won't know.
Crazy.
Because that one has that's opposite of any of the shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I want to make a bunch of different T-shirts and shit. And at some point, I would like to get a press, you know, like a T-shirt press.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking get that, make that, and fucking just make our own T-shirts right here.
Yeah,
Right now,
well,
I got a guy that can make them pretty cheap
that's-
for me. So
It'd be,
it's
I
gonna
don't
be-
know how big they are, but
honestly,
the last
it-
one that I went to in Zimbrota, because there's a family that owns a printing press in Zimbrota. Or not a printing press, but
a shirt press.
yeah. Dude, it's like big. Dude, it
There's
was
a
like
bunch of them.
big,
There's
giant
one that
thing.
was like as big as this table.
Oh, really?
It's like, yeah, but I don't know how. Obviously,
would be
the
like
logos wouldn't.
I was gonna say that would be like a full my size shirt press. Then holy crap!
Yeah, there was
The
one.
ones I've seen are like this big. And
Oh, really?
just yeah, the vinyl,
I was,
whatever they are. You
And
just
then I had
lay the
one.
shirt
You
on
put
there.
like 4 shirts on. I was looking at it. I think you're just fucking like.
Damn.
and
Yeah,
it was
this
fucking
one
like,
must
it
have
was
just been
badass.
the one that I saw was huge, because we specifically went on like a school field trip to go to their
Go
house.
check it out.
Yeah, to
Oh,
see
yeah.
the thing, and that's where all of our shirts that get made for our school come from, is that family right there, so.
That's badass.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. I was like,
Nice.
Jesus Christ. And of course, they're in a mansion, because they get paid. Dude, there's probably a bunch of money they get paid for each shirt, for every shirt, for how many kids that you have in every grade, for every class, all the way down the line, large jumps, like that's a lot of shirts, man.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Well, you made $1 out of every
They
one.
make a lot of money,
It's
dude.
part of their
Yeah.
business too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and right now it's like I just figured out and started talking to this guy, and like I had his number for a while, but I just kind of was waiting to get some money and fucking kind of figured out how much I need for it. But it seems like it's gonna be real easy to get a bunch of shirts, so I'm gonna get like 20 of them, 5 in each size, with the logo that I'm working on, and hopefully they sell out pretty well. Because I got the logo already, and I already sent it to him and everything. I already got it like, printed out. It's for this podcast that I like right now one. So it's
I was just
gonna be
thinking
awesome.
about it. Why is it all of a sudden that we're talking about school? Reminds me of lunch ladies. Why do they all look like the one from like Chris Farley's
Chris Farley
dressed
killed
up
it.
like a lunch lady? Well, not that, but just like him dressing up like that. Now that I think about it, most of the lunch ladies that worked at my school actually did look like that. Like had a
Resembled that,
giant boy or a giant black thing written on their face, and like they're like just like more like mean. I don't know, like
This
grandma,
guy
like,
needs Jesus.
Wait, wait. Yeah.
He wants
Can I get extra, please?
sloppy
Sure.
girls.
Like, yes, please, yeah, and they're just like, hey, you gotta pay for that. Like, duh, I do it every day.
Hey, you told me that yesterday.
Yeah.
Probably tell me tomorrow.
It's $3, you know that, right? Yeah.
It's 50 cents for a dollar.
Yeah, it's 50 cents.
I swear it was 25 cents yesterday, bitch. What the fuck?
Dude, you know what I used to love, though? Just the satisfaction of it. It's getting food when you're out of money. That's the best,
That
dude.
is the best. Like,
You know you're $12 in the hole, right? Oh, I already got my food. Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, hey,
the last 4 days,
my
you told me that was
mom
$8 and $10 and $11 no. I just forgot that I was $12 in the hole for this week.
It was, I just used laying on a parent like, oh, well, see, my mom's checking just the way her bank
dude.
account works. And
We're
she just
poor, okay?
because she
Look
only
at
paid
it.
on, you know,
You smell
every
like
other-
clothes. Does it smell like they use dryer sheets?
It's
Dryer wash?
mothballs.
No, they just toss it from the washer in there, and it smells like the old because it's been in the washer for a day. Okay.
It's fucked up though because you're like, it's like my mom's gonna pay more, and then lunch day after she leaves to the other lunch, she's just like, God, this fucking kid's parents are piece of shit.
Right, like
Can you
that
pay for
poor
fucking
kid.
lunch?
That poor kid. I have to yell at
Piece of
him
shit parent.
every day. And he gets the brunt of all the stuff that his parents should get.
And he has to talk about how she paid only on every
Right, he's gonna come up with
Thursday.
some bullshit excuse that was a fucking lie.
He really is after you keep forgetting
Because he
how
thinks I live under a
yeah.
fucking rock for the last 60 years. Probably thinks I don't even know I have a mole on my face the size of the crate. Fucking Cocoa Puff.
Oh, Jesus. Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
Oh.
My school was very progressive, so we had like a few normal lunch ladies. Like I knew most of them, and
Where's
then
yours
we
still at?
had the affirmative action people that were the the retarded ones. And that was oh my god, it was horrible. You go walking past every once in a while, and the dude would be in the back freaking out, and you have to not laugh because you can't. It's not right.
I remember being that.
Oh my
I
The
God,
remember
retarded
horrible.
ones help the lunch ladies out.
Yeah.
Josh McDonough.
don't say
For a fucking while because he was messing up. And what you call Vince, the guy with Down syndrome, he was always back there helping because he
See,
didn't
we
have
had
to
the
do all
grown
the
ones,
classes.
though. I'm talking about that, but we had the grown people like that.
The grown ones.
Yeah,
like
we had it too.
30-year-olds.
But
They was your lunch ladies?
Yeah, those ones.
Oh, that's no problem.
No,
See,
but you
my-
had to not laugh because you got looked at wrong by the teachers. And
Oh.
I'm sorry, but that shit's funny.
The lunch
There's YouTube
ladies?
videos of it.
Not the
Okay.
teachers, they're lunch ladies.
Like but just the people freaking out.
I remember
it's
being
funny.
that age and it being like an awkward situation and like you're nervous, so you kind of laugh. Like I don't know how to look. I don't know what to do. Like it's funny, like the way they're acting because you never really seen that before. And then they're acting all. You're like, what the fuck was that? Like,
Even if
when
you know-
you're young, you don't really know it.
Dude,
Well, dude, most
I
people
got
laugh when you see somebody freaking out. It's like when you see somebody freaking out over nothing, no matter if it's a grown adult
oh yeah.
or
That's freaking out.
It's funny.
What about
That's what I'm
kids that
saying.
eat their food and then when they pick up their tray, like half of their food that they were eating is like all over the table right there, and you're like,
Oh, you guys had a
Jesus
best. You had a
Christ,
best
dude.
friend that was completely normal and did that.
dude, it's crazy because Topper, my big buddy, he's the one that gets extra.
Okay,
Yeah, dude,
I
he's
gotta
the one that
edit all
gets
this
extra. He's
shit
like, I need 2 burritos and I need extra lettuce and extra cheese or whatever it is because that's what you get, and then you have your mixed burritos and with your cheese and it makes it taste good.
God damn, I wonder what the school just for lunches.
Yeah. Charlie Brown pie.
I don't know what the fuck that is, but alright.
It's the pudding with the whipped cream on top and the little crumble on the what you
Oh,
call
okay,
it. and the
okay,
graham
yeah,
cracker. That stuff is bomb. Dude. But
It was good, dude. It
Charlie
was
Brown pie.
good.
But anyway, where's it going? Oh yeah, dude, he
I
would
don't remember
literally
hearing
eat like I think they gave him forks, but he just used his fingers and like used them as
Smashed
forks
it.
and just.
But he's like Wolverine, just
Look
Yeah.
at like Edward Scissorhands.
And you would think that he thought he was the predator.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say you would think that he thought he was Predator, and his mouth opened up like this, big. But dude, I think half of it just hit half of his face and fell back down to the outside of his fucking table, and he wasn't gonna like scrape it off the table. And he didn't even know. I'm sure he
oh, fuck.
He was probably just put it.
Did he scrape off the table and eat it?
No, I'm sure he wanted to, like I said, because he just acted like
He's like looking around.
He acted like he acted like the kid that mom didn't feed him or something like that. They all fed him. He's just huge. And he
Yeah,
just
he is
acted like,
27 feet tall.
Jesus, do they ever feed that kid? My God. Look at the way he eats when he goes to school. Like, Jesus Christ. You literally can't get enough.
Like
Three
he's
extra,
just has a trough.
three
He's
extra
just-
burritos. Like,
Hey, you're
like walking around with your
cornbread.
yeah, you can eat your cornbread.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat mine. Tell me you're gonna eat your cornbread. Yeah, that's just awesome.
Part 2, my kill speaker I got in this month.
He just gets it.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, dude, it's sad, son.
That is rough.
They got a lot of off, probably views on a lot of us kids because they like shit like that.
You guys are sitting next to them, though. They're like, oh, look how nice those kids are sitting next to that special kid. Look at them eating on
They might, man. They seriously might. If somebody walked in there on a day and didn't know what was going on, like, dude, that kid's going
Alright,
on.
alright. I wasn't
Oh,
going to
he's
get into it.
special. Oh, look at him eat.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get into
Like,
it. Alright.
God.
I didn't do it. So.
Dude, you can eat half of it. Just,
We had
that's
a
probably
kid.
why he's starving all the time. He eats half his fucking meals every time.
That's why he has a trough at home.
Yeah. Exactly.
Keeps fucking going.
He's in.
He doesn't actually have a part of the table. It's just a chunk cut out.
Yeah, it's a trough.
To
It
the
just comes
bottom.
down.
Yeah.
It's fucking-
At home, they just feed him with a funnel.
There's throwing chicken bones and shit.
Like, what the?
Alright, so
Dude, he's full.
we're gonna get into some little weird here. When I
Oh,
was-
now we're getting into
Oh,
something.
no,
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is gonna make it.
But it always makes me sick to my stomach every time I think about it. We were eating every day when we were like 11th, 12th grade. We used to sit next to this girl that was in, I think she was in like 9th grade, but we all had lunches together, and she had Down syndrome, so she'd always sit with us. And one day, dude, I don't know how she choked or something, dude, and we were just sitting there like talking, and she's like sitting in between a bunch of us, dude, and she just found it all over the table, dude. We're like in the middle, and we were just like, what the fuck? And I remember like everybody at the table like jumped up and like ran, and then she like got like super embarrassed, you know. I'm like, I don't know, she's Down syndrome.
Because she was choking.
So I like had to like sit there and was like, well, I don't know if she like choked or she was like ate too fast. The next thing you know, she's like, and we were just like, what the? Oh my! And then everybody like jumped up and was like, what the fuck? And everybody's like, and I just like stood like,
Oh, what
I
did you
kind of
do?
like sat there and was
Oh,
like,
you had your back.
so I felt, well, I was sitting directly next to this girl, and like she always sat next to like at school, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it was like I was
She
like,
liked
oh.
you.
And then like a teacher like came up, and I was just like, I'm there like trying to hold it in, so as I were like walking away, like getting away,
Like looking up.
no, just like trying not to trying not to like make it like fucking gag or fucking
Oh,
face,
yeah.
dude, because I get so sick to my stomach thinking about it, dude. I got up.
Somebody goes like this, and I get sick of myself.
It was so bad.
Like, if I've seen,
it was
man,
so bad, dude.
I can't handle that stuff.
I felt so bad for her too, but at the same time I was like, I gotta get the fuck. I'm gonna do it too.
I gotta go.
In school, for some reason, every time somebody do that thing, the farmers thing, where hold on a minute,
Oh, dude.
and it's like they
Farmer's
just
not.
turn the faucet off or something, and I was like, whoa! Like, don't you do that in the shower in the morning when you take a shower in the morning? Don't you do that in the shower when you shower in the morning?
Not in public.
Not in fucking public where everybody is like, yuck! And you could step in that and it'd be like a fucking scene where you can't get out of the front way of the train. No! Oh my god! I'm stuck in the snot! Cut it off! Cut it off! Take the leg! Take the leg! There's that much there. You didn't even think about doing it when you were in the shower, dude. Like, this is ridiculous, man. I don't know. It's crazy, dude. Farmers always do it, though. What? My grandfather's grandfather taught my dad how to do that. He taught me. And I don't fucking
My boy.
Yeah, and he's done with these bad boys.
Not
What's the
rockets,
point? You need
generations.
tissue papers. Fuck, they only make you buy 2 boxes before you can go to 2nd grade now. I don't know. That's just
Oh,
yeah, it's ridiculous.
It is a little
I'm
bit.
sure it's very handy at some point in times when you can't pull out your handkerchief.
Right.
That was even
And put it
better.
right in your back pocket again.
That was horrible.
Whoa! You're gonna go sit in a chair now? A public chair?
I'll be honest,
With your
dude.
handkerchief hanging out your back
I work
pocket?
today, dude. We have like rags in our trucks. I fucking had to blow my nose so bad I fucking blew it in the rag, and I forgot my rag in the fucking truck. I just forgot all about it.
Dude, what if somebody grabbed that?
It's just my truck.
It was
dude.
like,
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
with
clean
this,
off my
you know.
soda I spilled. Yeah, that's so gross.
I fucking hope that happens.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I
Sick
fucking
bastard.
hope that happens.
You're gonna get
I'm gonna
sick.
leave it in there.
They're gonna start going ears out. and a mustache.
So if you guys want to start coming up with some fucking logos and shit, we can start peddling t-shirts maybe. I don't know how good it'll go or how fast it'll go, but we'll try it. That's an idea that I want to try.
I'm just open
So I
for
was thinking icons,
people
logos,
making
funny shit.
suggestions,
Yeah, making suggestions of shit that they want.
especially if they have a video of their friend doing something stupid and they're like, I want a shirt of this guy trying to do a backflip off his...
It's their friend, like,
Yeah.
his neck's all fucking
Yeah,
straight.
you know, and I think that's totally cool.
I
Somehow.
want, hey, I want my friend Steve to do the scorpion.
But it's in like crappy.
Yeah. It's like we do like a stick figure and then just put like a arrow, Steve.
Well, no, I put name tags on people. I don't put arrows. I put name tags. So
Just
they all are
name
at
tag?
work.
Oh,
They all
Steve.
have, yeah, they're all at work and they have a name tag on it. So
Caution,
on there.
Steve. And just, he's just fucking
Yeah.
dead. Oh, fucking Christ. Oh, man.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, dude, we're doing it. Send us some shit. We'll do it. That'd be awesome.
I don't know who's gonna send this.
I don't know who's even listening, but if
Wait,
you're listening,
this stuff goes on YouTube. You get like 4 or 5 people that watch your videos, right?
the last few only because I've put them on Facebook and they've got like over 200 views. Like the one has like 400, some one has 300 something.
I suppose on Facebook, yeah, they can post stuff on Facebook and stuff too.
Yeah, you can put this straight up to Facebook.
Just put a picture of what you actually want us to draw. It's a real life picture, and we'll just draw that.
Yeah,
shitty version. Well, it's not shitty. I actually think it's pretty good. Oh yeah. Why am I looking over there?
I don't know.
Because I have stitches on the right side of my face. No,
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, the camera's. I was like, what the fuck is he looking at? Here.
Well, I tend to think
that you want the camera. I can keep the camera over there for now.
I aspire to eventually be on Mount Rushmore.
Oh.
I always.
He just wants the profile. He just wants the profile.
Just got his profile.
It's my lifelong dream.
What we could do is we could chisel one of them to look like you.
No, I mean like I want to be there.
Oh, you just want to get on top. You just want to stand.
The whole, yeah. Like my house could be there. And I could just wake up in the morning and
Just
go off.
lives on top of
Just live in the fucking...
The one direction that all 4 of them aren't looking already.
You're just always looking. Oh, you're looking where that...
Where they're not looking.
What's that...
so I'll look the other way. Behind
Indian was supposed to be there.
I'll watch
that Native American guy was supposed to be there.
Who? The guy from
Chief
National
Running Horse or whatever?
Chief Running Horse.
I don't know, dude. I don't know what his name is.
I don't know
That sounds pretty close.
Yeah. I don't know.
Chief Running Horse. If he goes by something like that, I don't think he goes by Ben.
But I know when there's some kind of fucking controversy, I guess, about the Mount Rushmore. Apparently, there's supposed to be some other guy on there, some Native American guy.
Oh,
And
Tonto?
Maybe they're gonna put it on the backside or something. I don't know.
On the backside.
I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about history or anything about America.
But it's probably going to be Martin Luther, isn't it? You know, Martin Luther and Tonto on the back.
Just the butts. Oh, fuck. This is a big fuck you, Tonto.
Well, it's just until they finish the whole rest of the circle.
Oh.
It's just until, you know.
The aliens are on one side.
Dude, eventually, you never know. It could be lizard people.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, back those contacts, dude. That'd be sick to be able to get contacts that you could make that, you know how, Men in Black, on the first one, where Will Smith chased that guy.
Clothes like that.
Yeah, dude, like so when he did
what does he say? He says something like, very, just crazy right there, too. He's like,
he said something about they're going to come and kill us
yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
Well,
we're not going to die.
Yeah, we're going to die anyway.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And then he like makes some weird screaming when he smashes the ground. I've never heard somebody scream like that before.
He's like,
Crazy,
there's a boing bang.
Yeah.
That's just too fucked up. Dude, that was
Good old
weird
movie.
though.
It's a good old movie. Yeah, but that would be really cool if you could somehow make those things do that. And it wasn't like CGI or something like that. I feel like that would really hurt your eyes though if they don't have like little windshield wipers on there, so that way it doesn't.
Just like scares your eyes.
What do you? Oh, I forgot to turn the camera on.
I can't do it now, I'm red.
It was blurry.
Your eyes
I was zoomed in too far.
Your eyes have always
Wait,
been.
I forgot. I pressed the picture button, not record.
You're
Sorry, just snapshot.
You're a natural red eye, right? Should we take a break?
You want to?
Yeah,
We keep
break.
going? Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, let's pause. Alright, we'll be back with a pause that you guys won't even notice. Yay! We didn't even go anywhere. Alright. So, Ed, what do you want to talk about? I know you had a topic we want to come back on to.
No.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Just ruined the whole fucking topic.
No, that was just a trip that we went down to in Osage this weekend, where my little sister,
Where the fuck's Osage? Here in Minnesota?
Iowa.
No, Iowa.
Right at the bottom. It's not like towards the borders. But there's a flea market down there, and it's like hillbilly flea market. Like we hunt on this land, and like there's nothing but
Take Central.
Oh yeah. Well, I was thinking like would take hounds for sale and chickens for sale and everything, and it's a flea market when it's wide open. But
there's a terminology.
like everything you can imagine is there, besides football cards, because that's all they want when they go there. But anyway, I'm looking for them, And I'm walking around, and first off, this one dude, like, I hate it when there's the guy that, he's literally got a table like this, and he's selling leather handbags that he makes of all sorts of sizes, one this big, one this big, one this big, for your fucking whatever, coin purse. He's like staring me down the hole here, like, I'm coming and I'm like looking at other stuff, and he's just looking at us. And I'm waiting, and I'm like, dude, oh my god, dude, he's just staring at us, and finally he's like, so how you guys doing today? Whatever. And I'm like, oh my god, totally fine. What's going on? You know, Dad, where are you from? Like, as soon as he puts his hand on, I'm like, motherfucker, dude. So, but then dudes, whatever, went out and talked to this guy, and he's the weirdest motherfucker ever. So I'm like, okay, I gotta keep going. And I asked him later, any football cards around? Nah, I ain't seen any of them. Well, I'm gonna go start looking for them right now. You have a good day, sir. See ya. And I head out, and I get around the corner, and my sister comes up, and she's got a kitten, and I'm like, well, that's funny. And she comes around, and she's like, oh my god, I just couldn't. I'm like, did you ask Mom? That's the first thing I said. Did you ask Mom? She's like, no, I couldn't find her before whenever I walked past them. I'm like, they lived all the way up until there. You grabbed them. It's going to take you 5 minutes to find her in this fucking... Look for the one person that doesn't have suspenders on. That's going to be Mom. So anyway, you could find her in a couple of minutes and you could ask her and everything's going to be totally fine. But no, she didn't do that. So she brings the thing back to the car. I walk around trying to find Mom afterward because I carried it back to the car because it looked like it was shivering. So I was like, well, I'll keep it warm or whatever, and you just carry the cage. So I carried it all the way back to the car, told her we're going to go find Mom, went and grabbed the keys, and go back or whatever. Well, after we deal with that, we come back, and we hit the corner, and we didn't finish yet, and it's Amish people. And I'm like, oh man, look at that, they got all their food out there. And I'm looking for, like, something good. What the hell was I looking for? I was looking for...
Banana bread.
Banana bread, yeah, that's what it was. And, they didn't have anything, like, they didn't have no banana bread, all this stuff. They had lemon pie and, cherry pie and pecan pie and fucking, whatever, horseshoe pie, a bunch of stuff, dude. A bunch of stuff but banana bread. But anyway, they had this giant swirl cake, chocolate swirl cake that was like, it was like an angel food cake, looks like, where it's big and it's rounder, a little round on top, big round on the bottom. And it was chocolate swirl, and it was for $5, and I was like, I'm gonna have to come back for that. So I continue walking, and, I get down line, and there's like this old grandma lady that's like sitting in this chair like Wyatt's guy right here. And whatever, she might have, I don't know, dude, whatever. So she's old. And her granddaughter's right there next to her, and I'm looking around.
No teeth.
And I'm looking around. I'll say that eventually. It's my story, I'll say it. But anyway.
I'm pretty sure that was
I'm looking around.
That was
trust me. Well, she didn't. I couldn't really necessarily tell until she started. But anyway, so I'm looking around and like saying banana kind of slowly over my brain. I'm like banana, and the girl's like shaking her head up and down, and I'm like, you have banana bread? And like I was like thinking that she heard me saying banana. She's like, oh no, we don't have banana bread. And I was like, well, what do you got? She goes, and she goes, pistachio. I'm like, pistachio bread, that sounds amazing. What's the prices? What do you want, the big or the small? The large, obviously. Who wants the small? It's $12. And I'm like, all right. Now, I'll be back. You're in competition so far with the chocolate swirl cake that's down there. There's for $5. And she's like, chocolate swirl cake? I'm going to culinary school or whatever it is for cooking school. And he's like, if that sways your decision at all and whatnot. And I'm like, I mean, it might. And then the grandma's like, oh, by the way, this is a family old recipe. Ain't nobody ever heard of it before. It's only known by us. There's only one pistachio recipe that got it eat, and that's ours. And I'm like, okay. Those people are Amish down there. I hope you know that. Right? She's like, Amish! Let me tell you something about the Amish. And she gets up, and that's when I noticed that she didn't have no teeth. It's because she got angry or something, and her lips went up. She stands up, and she's like, I ain't talking to Amish at all or nothing like that. But my brother, a couple days ago, he got 2 pies off them, cherry and pecan. Brought home, he had half a pie, got sicker than a dog. Woke up the next morning, both them pies had mold all over them. I ain't saying nothing bad about them at all, but they cook their stuff, they make it, and they ship it out like freaking making dogs puppies, and they have it for weeks before they sell it to people or whatever the deal is. And I ain't talking nothing bad about them, but that's all I'm saying. And I'm like, you weren't saying nothing bad about him, right? Like, to be sure about him. You weren't talking crap about him or anything, because sounds to me, for almost a flash there, that you were talking shit, that you didn't want me to get theirs, and I should get yours, just for a second. And she's like, well, I didn't say that, but I mean, she clearly spoke her word. I was like, just give me the pistachio. How much is it? $12? That's way out, whatever, I'll buy it. It's fucking way more expensive than this. You buy damn near 3 of those down there. Fucking Christ.
Did you take the pistachio?
I did. It's delicious. It was
It's
awesome.
good, yeah.
It was, I gave it to my mom for Mother's Day, but it was.
You gotta eat some of it though?
Yeah, I had to try some. Dude,
That's what's up.
it was pretty good. We got pistachio muffin. I forgot I told you I got to use pistachio muffin at home since we didn't really get to bring much of that home. I just brought one for Aaron because otherwise he wouldn't try it. He smelt the one that was in the thing, so I figured once again that he needed to try that one. So I brought him a piece home so that way he could try specifically the one he smelled. Otherwise, I didn't think he would eat it. And then he tried the muffin. He's like, it's all right. I mean, like, yeah, see, you would eat weird things.
Right.
And you might not, necessarily think that you'd like.
Yeah, he would, dude. He still like eats like a fucking like 10 or 9-year-old. You know, like,
Uh-huh.
you don't like it.
I've never had that before.
I don't like green beans.
I would never try a pistachio muffin.
I love pudding, but I don't like green beans. Eat your green beans, motherfucker. Then have your pudding.
Right. Yeah, it's whatever.
Is that something he hates? Is like green food or something, or green beans? Or
Yeah,
something?
I
Or-
just hate
or
vegetables in
some-
general.
Yeah,
Tomatoes,
yeah,
yeah,
lettuce.
I love making
Lettuce.
fucking that Santa Fe soup
Yeah.
dip stuff.
Yeah.
And you have to leave out the Rotel chili and tomato thing because of Aaron, if he's going to try to have
okay.
some. He says,
Mhm.
man, that's like,
Takes the
yeah, no
rest of the
tomatoes.
time.
You make chili, you don't have any.
A little spice, but
Yeah.
not too much otherwise.
No. What's up?
Sriracha's
He eats
about
sriracha
the size.
burgers.
Yeah, sriracha's about the size of
And
that.
I
Right.
fucking love
Hot
sriracha, bro.
So yeah, that was pretty much it.
That's awesome. So that was, what was it, just like some big flea market you guys go to all the time? or
Yeah,
what?
dude, it's crazy. It's
Once,
like hanging out there.
once a year or what?
Yeah,
Twice.
it's called like
Oh,
the
twice a year.
Sportsman's Exchange or something like that. Yeah, it's twice.
I
Once
thought it
in
was
the spring and once in the
100-mile flea market. No, it's 100-mile garage
that's,
sale.
Right.
that's the one that's over in Lake City that goes up
Yeah.
and down.
Yeah. We fucking watch your business. I fucking had to work on Friday and Saturday. There was on, dude. We tried to go on Sunday, and it fucking rained by the time we got to town. And every other shit closed, dude.
That's hilarious.
I was so fucking, dude. I wanted some fish and shit. I was so mad because apparently on Friday and Saturday they had a big fucking like fishing, apparently like a big garage that was all fishing like poles and shit, and like all tackle and shit.
Yeah.
And like it wasn't on the day we went.
They
No,
have-
we didn't see it this morning. Like,
There's a guy that's in Wabasha that
Oh.
always has one. There's a house that I can bring you to every single year that has a whole bunch of fishing stuff every single year.
I want to go fly fishing. I don't know how to do that. That's what I think I want to do this year.
Dude, I tried it before, but I never tried it on a real fly fishing rod. I just tried it
I
with
got
my
a
reel.
fly fishing rod.
I just open my
I got
reel and
one.
I just like try to like.
Figure it out. No,
Yeah,
I got an actual fly fishing rod now though.
I feel like you might be better at it if you're like. Oh no, you probably would. I was gonna say maybe jujitsu would help you, but it's more like that Wang Chun like we were talking about, where you're like making a pizza or something.
Using the air currents.
Yeah, you're airbending. You're airbender. Airbender. That's what you are.
Fly fishing.
But anyway,
modern airbending.
yeah, an airbender would be a great fly fisherman in my eyes. But anyway.
Oh shit.
I mean, am I not wrong?
Alright, so speaking of jiu-jitsu.
Oh yeah, that's right. To jujitsu, yeah.
What's your favorite comedian again?
What? Mine?
Yeah, speaking of jujitsu.
Great segue.
Crushing it.
That's how we do things around here. Alright, well, comedians, I remember we were going to talk about some comedians, so I was, like I said, I want to go see Doug Stanhope coming up on this week. You guys didn't know who he was, so that I felt bad, so
I know the name.
I just
but-
wanted to ask you
Dude,
about comedians.
I just went and saw Bill Engvall the other day.
Wait, you did see him in person?
Yeah.
At TI?
Yeah, dude.
Treasure Island.
Freaking
Resort
guy is
Casino.
hilarious, man. I can't give away his jokes, but he's one of those real life comedians that shit just happens
Right.
that is fucking funny to him. So I'll tell you this one. He goes out, he's talking about his neighbor has the game camera. They live wherever in the woods, and his neighbor's got a game camera in the backyard. So he's like, Bigfoot. It's gonna be a good one. Gotta go down and get a Bigfoot costume, walk past his trail camera. Well, he goes in, ends up not being able to find Bigfoot, but there is a Batman costume. So, needless to say, needless to say, it continues and gets worse, and he's one of those actual real life comedians, and he's got some funny shit, man. And I've seen him. I've seen him.
I like
twice.
the Here's the Sign. Does he still do the Here's the Sign?
Oh, he always does a few of those at the end.
That's like
got
the You Might Be a Redneck, for Jeff. I thought did you have some shit you were gonna tell about Evan or something? You said?
Oh yeah, no, not about Evan, but so we have.
Oh, Wyatt's gonna try to do stand up here at the end here.
Yeah, not quite stand up. This is supposed to be like chime in. This is definitely chime in time for sure. But we always have birds and shit in the backyard and whatever. So the two cats are always inside scratching, trying to get squirrels. They're always pissed off about something, banging at the windows. And we were thinking one day, what we can get a small trap and let a squirrel loose or whatever in the house. Well, no, you can't let a squirrel loose. You're gonna tear the fucking house up. It's a rodent. You could get a bird though. You get a bird in there with the cats, and just lock the bird and the cats downstairs, and fucking watch them go at it. Put like One by Metallica on in the background or something.
It's gonna kill you. People who are Pete are just already just.
Oh, they're all cringing.
They already can do this. They haven't upload yet. I can't tell why.
I was gonna say that they never get us.
Just cut it out right before. He's going to like the blanks.
But it comes back to like the chinchilla. It comes back to fucking.
Oh yeah, it goes back.
It just turns into like a fake one. Just give him a stuffed animal bird and throw it out.
It's just the cat just beating the fucking porch. Oh my god!
But I've seen how murderous and vicious cats really are because my dad has this fucking calico. He's got two cats, Smokey and Bandit. And Smokey is the nicest, most lovable cat ever, and so is Bandit, except for when she decides to go on a murder spree. And I'm telling you, I used to sit out in my car smoking or whatever before I'd go in, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning, just dusk. Everything's starting to move around, whatever, and all you see is this shadow across the yard. All right, what's that? Birds flying, doing whatever. Oh, there's a shadow again, and then literally, birds flying. Boom! There goes one. Oh damn! Oh, what the fuck? Oh, no, birds back. All right. Oh, there's another one! And this cat's just picking birds off. And I'm like, you fucking cat, you're not supposed to be doing that. And as soon as Grandma lets the dog out in the morning, here comes the cat with the dead birds, just walking them up to him.
Like, bringing his present.
You're a literal serial killer with a garbage disposal. Yeah. The animal world is vicious.
Yeah, cats are crazy, dude. I've seen cats that like bite things and they skin them. Oh, dude, they're wild, dude.
This cat in the daylight comes.
Yeah, in the daylight. Dude, I don't trust cats, dude. She wants to get a cat, and I don't trust that shit, dude.
Oh, if they like you, they're all good.
Might eat you.
No, they're dirty and fucking.
If you died to a house cat, dude, you got some issues.
I don't fucking trust it.
Even if you died to
wake up and it's like trying to lay on my face and smother me.
That would be the only crappy part.
Yeah,
it could do like severe, like if it like did the stereotypical like to your face.
Yeah, I'm just sleeping. Yeah, that's my fear. This one day, fucking this thing thinks it's fucking Scar from Lion King, and it's just like, not today, motherfucker. Now at the beginning, I'm fucking my luck. I'm fucking Mufasa, dude. I'm just getting all fucking brother, and he's like, I raised you, and he's like, raise this mother, just like cat biting my face. I've been attacked by a cat before, dude. It's fucking that's just vicious, dude.
Yeah, you just gotta have that instinct to.
I guess now I'm an adult. I was just a young kid. I was like 10 or 11, maybe.
See, nowadays you just like when it's if it's like running at you,
I just fucking
you kick it. Yeah.
Dude, I thought it was
what if it's not a cat? Did we talk about that yet? If you get attacked by an animal, like what you would do?
Dude, yeah, no, I was just gonna tell that dude. I fucking almost got attacked by a dog the other day, dude. I thought for sure I was gonna attack by a dog. I fucking told John this.
Okay.
So there's 2 yards, right? And I got come down this yard all the way down to this. And fucking right here at this yard, there's like a little bit of rock bed right here. And it's kind of like 2 or 3 feet down. And so it's like cuts off their front yard from their backyard. And I couldn't figure out, like, I was like, whatever, fucking stop going. All of a sudden I know where this fucking dog like comes up and runs like all the way up to these rocks and just like, roar. And where I'm like pushing is, like I said, is like right here, and their yard comes here, and the rock bed. So I'm like pushing right next to these fucking rock beds, dude. And this dog comes up like, I want to say like 5 feet from me, dude. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it stops, and I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking there's like, it's going to have a collar on. So I was like, either it's a shot collar, and it knows like if it passes its yard, it's going to fucking, like, their guys going to shock it, or it's a fence. There's one of the two, but usually when they have fences, they have like a lineup, or they have like flags, and so it says so people don't fucking like air raid and fuck up their yards. Mm-hmm. And so but I didn't see any of that shit, so I was just standing there and I was like, what the fuck? And so out of nowhere, dude, I'm like pushing, and like, okay, so it hasn't came this far, so it kind of knows. But another fucking dog came and ran around the fucking corner and like pushed that dog. But it like where that dog stopped, it ran like 3 feet or 4 feet up onto the rocks, and I was like, oh fuck! Like it came like way farther than that one, but it still didn't come into the neighbor's yard. Like it was like looking, and then like the second one like came up, or the first one that came up too, and like they started like rubbing their arm, like their arms are literally like touching each other, like rubbing each other, like barking at me like the whole fucking time. So I'm just like pushing into the yard as fucking fast as I can, and just looking at these dogs, and I was like, if I go in their yard for a fucking second, dude, those fucking dogs are gonna be on me. And I was like, dude, because I literally had to go like right next to the rocks, like because I have to edge it, so I have to go all the way to the edge of every yard. Yeah. And I was like, these dogs are gonna fucking fuck me up, but they were just agitating each other. Like I'm pretty sure it was a dog fence. I didn't see it at first, but I seen the collars. Oh yeah. So when the first one came up, I was like, okay, cool, that's as far as it can go. The second one came like 3 or 4 feet past that, and I was like, oh fuck, it's not a fence. Yeah. And I was like, because that dog's fucking brave. And then the second one, or the first one that came up, was
you have steel-toed shoes on them?
No, dude, we just have fucking rubber fucking boots.
Dude. I mean,
dude, the thing was,
that I had to wear steel-toed boots. Yeah. I just
me and the guy Kyle went out.
That would help, dude.
Dude, me and Kyle went out 2 days ago, and I fucking go in the backyard, and like I'm pushing right, and out of nowhere he goes, "Hey, there's a dog," and I heard, "Hey, dog," and like I spun, and like there's a fucking German Shepherd running right at me, dude. It was like it did that thing where it was like, and I was like, oh, that's like deeper than just like, hey, what the fuck are you doing in my yard? It was like, oh, I'm gonna get you. And so I stood there and I was like, oh, fucking this lady that comes outside, and I started yelling the dog's name, and I was like, oh no, it's gonna get me. Comes right up to you and just starts sniffing my fucking dick, like right away, like right, just like sniffing. And it was like, who the fuck are you? And I was just like, oh my god, this dog's gonna bite me, my fucking dick, dude. And then I was like determined, like, oh, that's where you're just an asshole. What would you do if a dog attacked you? Like, I've always thought like, I'm just gonna fucking punch it. But then I was like, this is like a worst case scenario. This dog's fucking face is already in my crotch. If it just decides to bite me, it's getting my leg or like my fucking. And there's no real punch in this fucking thing. Because I always figured if a dog was running at me, I'd put like my boot or like my arm out and like try to get it to bite me, and then try to choke it with the other fucking arm, you know, and then try to I don't know.
Dude, I always thought just punt it.
Like, that's what I mean. Yeah, I'm trying to try to kick it. So like try to get up the arm and kick that fucker. Like, but I just feel like
that's how I roll.
That's how I roll.
Like that. That's how I roll. Just punt that dog right in the face.
Dude, but my weirdest fear though is again like a German Shepherd. Like I feel like if I were to like when I spun, it was on me. If I were to like kick it and punch it, it was already gonna attack me and bite my fucking leg. And I was like,
see,
oh,
this is if we're talking about if you're a yard guy. If you're just walking around out in the jungle and a German Shepherd comes out of nowhere, you're not going to have that much, time to think.
A German Shepherd? Yeah.
If you're just walking in the jungle.
Oh, if I was in the jungle though and it just came after me, I would have stabbed it.
Oh.
Because it would have attacked me and I would have to pull my knife out.
You'd also be wearing steel-toed boots if you're in the jungle.
Probably not. I'd probably wearing these stupid fucking netted shoes or something. Like fucking moron.
Yeah. I got my moccasins. Get in touch with my Indian side.
Getting one with the
0.75% of it.
Ancestry.
I'm not gonna tell you that. They looked to find ancestry.
Oh fuck. Yeah, no, I think I would just.
Bad idea, I
I think
guess.
I would die if I thought like that. Like, I always thought like, oh fuck, I thought about that at this point, dude. Like the last few weeks, I'm like, I think a dog will fuck me up, dude.
A dog?
Dude, at least.
Oh my god!
At least
dude.
a medium to
You better,
bigger size dog. Like a little dog.
not any, yeah, I was just saying not any
Like a
dog.
medium to bigger size.
Oh
Like
my God, it's a
that German
dog!
Shepherd. The German Shepherd was maybe it was like small to medium, and so at first I was like, all right, it, like right away I wasn't too worried, but right when it like put its nose up, I was like, oh fuck, this is like, I don't want to bite my fucking dick.
Of course,
you know?
it's smaller when it's further away too, and it gets bigger the closer it gets.
Well, it wasn't that big of a fucking yard.
Oh.
But by the time I was
Just say,
like I said,
it looked
he
like a
said it,
small dog.
I spun, and the dog was already like coming, like it was already like halfway to the yard to me. And I
You know
was
what they
like,
say
oh,
works
yeah.
sometimes? Just yell as loud as you can and do the crab. Sometimes, no flex, because then they think you're flexing on them.
Yeah,
You ain't flexing on
I'll fuck you up.
like so you start doing a crab, and it's like you gotta get crab hands. You know, and it's like,
No, it's just supposed to scare them and make you think that you're like insane. Like, whoa, what the hell? You guys, you've never seen nothing. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. What the hell do you do that for?
I had a picture on my phone. I deleted it, dude, with this little fucking. It was like an English bulldog or like American bulldog, one of the two. It was like I pulled up and it was like across the street next to me, and it was a fenced-in fucking electric fence again, and it was like sitting there. It was sitting there like you could tell it was like an old fat dog, but it was like still super tough. So I was like, I got on the truck, I was like looking for it, and I couldn't see it, and I was like looked, and it was like it was seriously like maybe like this big of a dog, you know, but it's like super fat. It was like big old fat.
It's
thing.
like part
And I
of
see
old
it,
stories that
at
you used
first
to
when I pulled up, I must have thought it was like a statue or something up to it.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't paying attention. I looked over and I was like, oh my god, that's him. So I took a picture of it because it was so cute. But the whole time I was sitting there, he was like, oh, yeah, but he never moved once. Just sat there, oh, fuck you, motherfucker.
It was Brutus from Gargoyles. I'm telling
I was
you.
laughing
It's
so
so
hard.
Brutus. There's an episode when they go all.
You know,
Brutus.
he's like, oh, fucking bullshit.
That's what I said.
Dude, come to my yard. Come out here, I'll fight you right in front of
Well, he's probably barking old stories.
Bang my dad, being across the yard now, 10 seconds.
It was fucking car
Over there, spinning so
working.
fast, you would have been able to out and throw a lightning bolt faster than I could run to that fence line.
Okay, cool.
Oh, dude. Oh my god, now every time I see a dog, that's the shit I'm be thinking of.
Yeah.
They're a motherfucker.
Yeah, especially an old one. I'd be there and
I would have
like,
killed your
have
ass.
half a tooth in your ass and do something.
Squirrel?
Yeah.
Score.
How funny. What do we got? What do we got? We got
It's
jujitsu. Jujitsu?
Jiu-jitsu?
Yeah. I'm like going to we have 19 kids competing tomorrow, I think. Cause I don't know if that's a realistic number or not, but that's what I was told. I was told last time 15, and then after that I was told 4 more kids to sign up. So I don't know if that's a made up number
So
or
how do you
that's
have to
every single
like?
kid.
Do you have to like be there at certain ones, or do you have to choose which ones are going to go help and which ones you think are good enough to go by themselves, or like is there?
Yeah,
other
yeah.
helpers
There's
there
some that go by themselves. Some like some parents will help. Like, and some of the more involved parents, you kind of let them kind of help with their kids. And so like if we have like 6 kids competing, we have 3 coaches. It's like we kind of let the hopefully that there's a higher ranked one that can kind of and their parent will kind of help them out a little bit. Or we just give them a game plan real quick, like you know what to do. Like go in there. This is
Yeah.
And so it is very tough. And again, like there's 3 of us that are going to be there, maybe 4. I don't know if teams go or not, but I just.
So if the kids end up having you with them, they're gonna think, "Oh, this sucks."
Yeah, I got the
What's
worst.
on me?
Coach Ryan
They thought that everybody else was. No, I'm saying like
No.
they thought that everybody else was good enough to go off by themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Ryan has to help me because he thinks that I'm the worst.
No, it's not how it goes. No.
That's not how it
Not how
goes.
it goes.
You're not a kid anymore, Ryan. You don't even
We
know.
try not to make it like that.
Yeah. Well, you just wait and see.
It's true. No,
That's good. Well, that's the sad truth of it now.
it is because some kids just need a little more guidance. There's a little more
Or
encouragement.
whatever. That's what's
It's
gonna
not
make 'em
bad.
better, dude.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
help
definitely.
'em.
And there's like we have
Help them,
we have our yellow belt girl that it's just fucking savage, dude. And her dad's been training jiu-jitsu for like 10 years or something. He's like a 2-stripe blue belt or 1-stripe blue belt, so it's like he's not
Like
very
more
far
off
away
or
from me.
something, and he's
Dude, she's gonna be. We were talking the other day on a podcast with one of my guests, Chris Kilvetter, and his daughter competes, and she actually won state wrestling twice. Like this year and last year, she won state in wrestling, and so she's like really good at jiu-jitsu and well. And Evangeline and her compete against each other a bunch. And like when Evangeline or Evie first started, his daughter would like get the better of her, and then later Evangeline started really getting the better of her and stuff. And then they kind of like are now like neck and neck and just kind of going at it. But there's all those things where you kind of like seeing her improvement so fast.
You knocked that off, dude.
Jesus, guy. It's like the fourth time you've hit that.
Right?
So
I don't
far.
understand how it falls off there so easy.
So she's one of those ones though that like, yeah, I don't know. I gotta figure out how to get it clamped
I don't
down
even
better.
think you like breathed on it and it just fell off. Anyway.
Yeah, so
so
she's one of the ones though that she's so like advanced and like she's been with
She
us for
can
so
go.
long that like, and her dad is going to be there, so he basically is at all of her training sessions, knows that shit. So it's like if she has to go out by herself, she's perfectly fine, and her dad's there capable, you know. And then I can go with another kid that needs it, and then like another dad or another kid or like sometimes we have kids that help us, you know, coach and stuff, and so we can have one of those kids that they're not competing like. Because sometimes like they'll do like different brackets, like they'll have like a 70-pound bracket and then like a 55 pounds, not 155 pounds, it's like 55 pounds, 70 pounds because they're tiny kids.
Yeah.
But they'll have that same bracket going, and so they'll have like the 50 bracket go in the 70 bracket, and the 50 bracket and go back and forth like a wrestling tournament.
Yeah.
And so like sometimes we'll have kids in each one, and so we'll have like, you know, one kid that's a higher rank is like the 70, and he'll be able to like, kind of help the other kid. Like let's go do that, you know, you're doing good.
Okay.
And so it kind of helps them, kind of, especially having a lot of kids that have a lot of experience, because we try to encourage them to kind of help them coach as much as possible. So it works out pretty well, but again, it's like, I wish I could be in 12 places at once.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes you're coaching one kid and yelling at another kid across the mat, and coaching this, and like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it sucks.
And then one kid
I wish it was a
loses.
sport where I could go out there with like a book and be like, hold on a second.
I need to
Do the number 19. Do number 19.
the Americana.
Do. It says
Kimara.
grab your shoulder and
Yeah.
like whatever the hell it is.
touch his wrist to his neck.
Yeah.
No, the other way.
And without getting choked. Oh shit.
We'll try next time.
No, that's figure C, not figure B.
See, I told you should have done 19.
Yeah, not 9. Oh,
Yeah,
6. I had it flipped.
Listen. Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, Jesus. No, yeah, it's a lot
This
of
is
fun.
the 1998 edition.
Yeah.
Are you reading
A little
the New King
outdated.
James or?
We're a little outdated. All right, boys. Let's cut this one short. This is a good one. Hour and a half. Not bad. We killed it. A lot of fun. Take you guys home. We're gonna stop and grab some food and head back. I gotta be up and meet Coach Dan at the gym at 6 in the morning. So that's pretty early.
6 in the morning.
That's gonna be fun. So, all right. Well, thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out. We'll do a bunch more of these. So, take it easy.
For sure.